Hey guys, welcome to the Foot Bridge Beach in Ogunquit, Maine. And in this video, we're going to be heading out over to the beach, over the footbridge. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an overview of what the beach is like, the quality of the sand, of course. For some reason, people want to make sure they're not walking on little pebbles and pieces of shells, so we'll cover that. Then I'll take the drone way up in the air, give you a bird's eye view of what the beach looks like, all the way to the main beach, which is way down there, to the north beach, which is right over there. It's all connected, just 3 different parking areas. Lots to cover, guys, and we're going to get after it right now. Guys, Margaret and I love putting these videos together for you. Our job, first and foremost, is realtors. If you're looking at investing in a property in Ogunquit, or if you have questions or want someone to kind of show you around, knows the neighborhoods, what it's like to live down here, please consider giving one of us a call. We'd love to work with you. Thank you.
Let's make sure we're all on the same page, guys. We're talking about Ogunquit, Maine, which is way down here in the very southernmost part of Maine. So if we drill in on that, you'll see we're not too far from Boston. If we're in Ogunquit, that little bit of red there, that's Ogunquit. We're about 40 minutes to Portland if you want to fly out of there. My suggestion is to drive an hour and 20 minutes to Logan and fly out of there, just because there's more flights, especially in the wintertime. You'll thank me for that. So Ogunquit is pretty small right here, 17 square miles, 15 square miles, depending on what you read. You know, in comparison to York, which is 130 square miles, Ogunquit is tiny, which is when anything's in short supply, real estate prices are incredibly expensive. But we'll talk about that later in the video. So let's just drill in more on this triangle, which is Ogunquit. And the footbridge, downtown Ogunquit is right here, guys. And the footbridge is right up here. So it's about 1.5 miles away. If you want to walk it, it'd take you about a half hour. There is some parking there, but really you want to make sure that you get there very early in the morning, because parking is limited big time. So this portion of Ogunquit is of the total frontage that it has on the ocean. 3.5 miles of it are beach. The other part down here, the southernmost part, is all rocks and cliffs. But there's plenty of beach for everyone. It's just that parking is limited. The footbridge is definitely one of the fun places to go swimming and enjoy the ocean. It's a great place to put a tube in, kind of float down the river a little bit here, and then get picked up when the tide is running, of course, in the direction that you want to go. So let's get to the drone footage, guys. I want to show you around the beach. When you're driving to the footbridge, guys, you are going to go through a residential area, so you can expect to drive through an area like this. Now, the houses in here, when we get to the real estate, are big bucks, because not a lot of properties, residential type properties, are really close to the beach. And all of these properties in this neighborhood are close to the footbridge, so they can actually walk to the beach. A lot of walking traffic. Today is one of the last days of summer. It's an absolutely gorgeous day, so there was a lot of people out. And up ahead, you can see the river. We're going to go over the footbridge, and I'm going to stop and give you some video there. Now, interestingly enough, not everybody wants to go to the beach. They actually play in the river a lot. And as I mentioned earlier, sometimes people put in with their tubes and they kind of drift down the river. And I'll show you that in a second, where it actually continues down. You can actually put in further up the river as well in Ogunquit, and it'll just pan down like that, and you can see right to pretty much the end of the river. Now I'm on the dune, and I'm looking down. Now that way down there, that's the beginning of the 3.5 miles of beach. That's downtown Ogunquit. Now you can walk there, and it's over a mile walk. And then you can, start the process of coming back. But there'll be people the whole way. It's just parking is limited, so it's never really all that more congested than this. This is about the worst it gets. And there's the end of the 3.5 miles. That's Wells Beach down there. So you're getting full view of the whole thing right here. Again, it's parking is limited. That's the problem.
Guys, if you found this video informative, you're a giving person, please give it a like. Really appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, what we're going to do now is head up in the drone and give you more of a bird's eye view of the beach. And this is a pretty busy day, guys. It's not going to get much busier than this during the summertime. So We got a little bit of waves out there. We're going to see some kids playing in the waves in just a moment. And I'm going to start off just kind of low here and get my bearings with the drone before I head way up in the sky. A little bit of overview about Ogunquit. It's, like I said, it's 17 square miles, 1,600 people. Population explodes, you can obviously understand, in the summertime. So a huge portion of the homes in Ogunquit are actually vacant most of the year. So it's a good place to find a good winter rental if you're looking for something like that. And parking in downtown is very, very limited. There's a tiny bit on Route 1. Even in the wintertime, it's limited. And a lot of times it's just easier to park at the beach in downtown in order to get to where you want to go, because the municipal parking downtown is just full a lot, especially around dinner time, middle of the day, and things like that. In terms of traffic downtown Ogunquit, in the summertime, on the weekends, it is very congested, can be backed up a mile all the way to Wells, pretty much congested, so you're going to want to get familiar with the back roads. Your GPS will help you with that. In terms of for grocery shopping, you're going to want to head over to Wells. I'll get back to that in a second. I just want to stop the footage here and explain that right there, guys, that's downtown Ogunquit. And this is the beginning of that 3.5 mile stretch of beach. So, and you can see the river there off to the right. So that's what I was talking about. And as we pan to the right, up the river and head north on the beach, the footbridge is going to come into view. And as we go even further up, there is the end of the beach. That's the end of the beach for Ogunquit anyway, the end of the 3.5 miles of Ogunquit Beach. Beyond that is private beach. Now you can walk on that beach, but you can't stop and loiter. It's not allowed, so you pretty much have to keep moving. Wells, there was a lawsuit, and basically the residents were able to claim it as private beach. So people are allowed to walk on it until they once again meet up with the public beach in Wells, which takes you all the way to the jetty. So gosh, guys, if you wanted to walk the whole distance here, you'd be pretty tired, because it is a massive distance. If you include all of Ogunquit and Wells Beach, it's several miles. Okay, in terms of grocery shopping, what I wanted to say earlier was that in the summertime, a lot of times it was easier as a resident of this area to go shopping at night, because I just found over the years that although the shelves tend to be a little bit more bare at night because there's just so much shopping being done at the Hannaford's and Wells, just traffic-wise, even just getting there as a local, I found myself shopping at night. Or, I take the back roads and I go up to Biddeford or into Sanford for my groceries, because that's where the big box stores are, and you can have the most savings if you're buying a lot of groceries.
Guys, Margaret and I love putting these videos together for you. Our job, first and foremost, is realtors. If you're looking at investing in a property in Ogunquit, or if you have questions or want someone to kind of show you around, knows the neighborhoods, what it's like to live down here, please consider giving one of us a call. We'd love to work with you. Thank you.
In terms of the quality of the sand, guys, right when you get off of the footbridge and you step onto the beach, it's a little bit, pebbles and stones and some shells, some sticks from the dune, but pretty much it's really soft. Though just getting off there, I didn't have any problems walking out there in my bare feet. I've been surfing here. The surfing can be pretty good at this break. It's probably better at some other beaches like downtown Ogunquit at the river mouth. It's really, really good when it's breaking. Usually when you get down there when the tide's completely out and you catch the waves as they're starting to come up the river. You can get a glimpse of the parking lot right there, guys, completely full. In terms of bathrooms, all 3 beaches have bathrooms. They're only open during the summertime, obviously. In terms of the school system in Ogunquit, Ogunquit is part of the Wells school system. Actually, Ogunquit used to be part of Wells and split off several years ago.
Guys, if you're thinking about relocating to Maine and you're having trouble deciding on which area might be ideal for you and your family, you may want to download a copy of our free relocation guide. You'll find a link to it in the description down below. If you want to learn everything there is to know about living in southern Maine, click subscribe and tap the bell so that you'll be the first to know about the current market in southern Maine. We get calls and text messages every day from people just like you looking to move in 9 days to 90 days. Just give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or our favorite, schedule a Zoom. We can help you make a smooth move to southern Maine.
Just a little bit on real estate in Ogunquit, guys. Like I said, very expensive. There's the footbridge right there. If we zoom in, these are properties that have sold, in that neighborhood. You might find something under $1 million. If we look at stuff that's currently on the market, guys, very, very little and over $1 million. So keep that in mind. And like I said, if you need a realtor, please give us a call. All right, guys, that about wraps it up. I hope you found this video informative. And until next time, Margaret and I hope to show you around town.